Pope Francis has also included assault against adult parishioners in the Book of Penalties. Why is this so important, such an important change?
Yeah, because often people were looking just at child abuse, and they realized that a huge problem in not only the United States but in many countries in the world would be priests who would take advantage of usually men, or sorry, usually women, also men. And so it was important that this be listed as a problem, and especially when there's assault. In other words, when there's a use of power against the person, because this was something that was not being, clearly addressed in the church as well. I know that in the United States, at a place like St. Luke's, we don't see as much of the child abuse, but we do see priests who have offended against women, and this is something that's very important to address.
And addressing that definition of vulnerable adults that was so important and so clarifying. This idea that you're discussing of power, the church leaders are seen as above the law or untouchable, has fostered a fear in speaking out, but it's also fostered cover-ups. There are many who have asked for help and are ignored. How do we change this?
This is really difficult because there's a tension between the bishop, who has a responsibility to the priest and needs to care for the priest, but also has to care for the whole church. And at times, what's happening is that the bishop is sincerely trying to help the priest, and in the church we tend to be a little too. The desire is more that we help people, that we offer people forgiveness, that we try to let them move ahead. And sometimes it's difficult to believe, and I understand this, to believe, well, this person isn't going to get better, or this person, in order for them to do better, they need these restrictions. So this is just difficult, and for bishops and superiors to accept. And what's needed more is education of how this works in people, how these dynamics work, where people who have caused problems will continue to deny it. And how do you work with them? How do you make good decisions on they're not able to continue forward, or if it's possible, they are able to continue forward, but with these kinds of restrictions? We just need to be much better at this. And the bishops need to realize that they can't just go with their heart. It's important to go to listen to it, but they also need to go with good understanding of how this dynamic works of people harming other people.
So bigger conversations and more conversations around mental health and the restoration of the human person. Thank you so much, Father.
Sure.